Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create something like this. Well, really, I'm just going to show you how to create half of it. I actually think it looks cooler, just half of it, but it's pretty easy to create. Let's take an ellipse. Doesn't really matter what size you start with. Control D and make a duplicate of it while holding down the Shift key. Well, you don't even have to do that. Let's just do that on purpose, get it kind of like out of a line. Then you could hit T on your keyboard, put it to the top. Now we need to take a 2-point line and go from that quadrant to that quadrant. Then we're going to get the polygon tool set on 3-sided, and we're going to draw a polygon, a triangle basically, and we're going to mirror it, and we're going to grab it, and we're going to put it right pretty close to the middle. If you really wanted to, you could measure it. And then we're going to take a 2-point line again, and we're actually going to go in the same plane and go like right to there. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete that line. I'm going to delete that extra line. I just really need it right there. I don't have to delete the lines because we're going to smart fill it, but I want to get them out of the way. So I was close enough on the drawing that you can only cut out one. There you go. And then we're going to go through and swipe this. So we've already got it. Now we're going to delete this. Now, I'm going to see how big this thing is. It's less than 6 inches. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 6. And I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool. And I'm going to use a light color. So I'm going to use that right there. And I'm going to go. And then I'm going to nudge that over and nudge that over. I'm going to go ahead and work on this piece right here. I'm going to take the interactive fill tool and go upwardly and then put dark in that corner, almost like it's really going underneath something. Now, before I really do the interactive fill tool here, what I want to do is take a Smart Fill tool again and fill that in and then nudge it over. And I am going to left click, right click. And I didn't mean to fill that in. Whoop. There we go. Now I'm going to nudge this back. I'm going to actually make this one red. And I'm going to nudge it back. And then remember that you got your nudge factor set on 6. I'm going to go like 0.1 of a nudge. And by clicking on this, and I'm just going to nudge it over a couple of times and then nudge it down. I can fix the nodes later that I'm off with. So I'm going to fill this in right now with the Smart Fill tool. And what that's going to do, that's going to give me an edge. I'm going to nudge it out of the way. Whoop. Remember, I set my nudge factor low. So let's set it back to 6. And I'm going to grab that fill. I just want it out of the way because then I want to look at this. This would actually work, but I'm going to take my shape tool and I'm going to bring this up a little bit more parallel to the line. That's probably pretty good. And then here, down here, I'm going to bring this over to this line. I don't want to leak. So I'm going to test it and it didn't leak because that's what I want. Then I'm going to move that over. Now I can get red. I'm going to nudge it back to the, well, you know what? I don't have to. I'm going to nudge that over. Well, I can just nudge it over to there. I'm going to take away my red line and I'm going to refill this with the Smart Fill tool and nudge it over. Now it's kind of hard to see, but it was the last thing I touched, so it's selected still. I'm going to take the interactive fill tool and I'm going to go up. I don't want quite as much dark on this because it's like it's going around it. So that might work. Tell you what I can do is do this. That looks pretty good. But now you can see my edge. Kind of hard to tell when you get it. There it is. Interactive fill tool. And I'm gonna try to zoom in here and do this a little bit different. I'm actually going to try to go this way and put dark maybe just on one edge. That looks pretty good. I just want some, like a shadow type effect, and then do the same thing there. I could go either way, but I'm going to try to go across it like this, and then just put a little black. And that will really kind of help it stand out when we put, and there's probably 10 different things you could still do, but if we bring in our black box, it looks like it's a 3D arrow. I mean, this looks really good. It came out pretty good. Anyway, I hope that helped somebody a little bit. Thank you for watching.